Hamant,
Absolutely.
talk about complexity. A lot of moving parts over there. We know that you all are on a tear, a lot of different activities going on with your zero trust, your supply chain, et cetera. Give us a top line. State the state. How we doing over there? Good to see you, Hamant.
Hey, good afternoon. Nice to see you as well, Luke. We are doing good. Look, I mean, we see this time and time, the cyber attacks on government industry. I mean, they're not slowing down, right? And we know that the adversaries, they're willing and able to carry now more than ever, really sophisticated, well-planned, targeted attacks to achieve their goals. So we have to stay on top of that. We have to stay a step ahead from these adversaries. So a couple of things that I want to touch base today, what we have done and continue to move forward with. One is really kind of understanding what are the risks that we are facing, right? So we've implemented a unified cybersecurity maturity model. UCMM is what we are calling it. That has been really critical over the last couple of years in understanding what risks our systems and organization overall from a cybersecurity standpoint is facing. What it allows us to do is understand the risks that are all the way from the system layer and system level to a component. And as you know, Luke, it's a pretty large agency. We have several components, several large components as well. So what it allows us to do is really kind of roll up that maturity understanding of the risk and where the organization is, where a component is from a risk standpoint, all the way to the department level.
If I may, some may not know what a component is. So if you could just give an example, so they're not thinking it's a device.
Great point. So component and also some call it agencies within a larger agency like DHS. So for us, it's CBP, FLETC, FEMA, ICE, TSA, and so on. So when I talk about components, I talk about those internal organizations that make DHS and the different missions that kind of combines us together. So when we look at, 4 years now, FISMA, executive order, and other things, right, we are able to measure a part of the cybersecurity element, whether that is through, the quarterly reports or through the executive order reporting, whatever it may be. The challenge that we were facing is how do we combine all these elements together to really get a good understanding of where are we and where we need to go. So the prioritization piece is very key, not only from resources as in people standpoint, but also budget standpoint. So UCMM has really helped us understanding where are the most critical pieces from a cybersecurity risk standpoint, where do they lie within the organization, so that if there are X number of dollars and X number of people they are able to, our CISOs and CIOs are able to then refocus those resources to, get those critical elements resolved. And day by day, right, those critical risk vulnerabilities, they continue to increase. So this tool has really helped the CISOs and CIOs of the organization in really understanding how do I align the people and the money I have right now to focus on the most critical things. And by the way, also how do I look at where I need to go moving forward? What do I need to modernize? So this tool has been really critical. Another tool you mentioned, supply chain risk management. I mean, that is continues to be a critical effort for the department. Right now, we have actually implemented a cyber hygiene assessment program over the last year or two. And again, that's mostly focused on understanding the maturity, the cybersecurity maturity level of vendors that are providing services to DHS right now. And this is based on nothing new. We have had these, and Luke, as you may be aware, we've had these Homeland Security acquisition regulation clauses in our contracts now for several years, I think since 2015, actually. So these clauses require the vendors to be able to have a certain cybersecurity posture if they based on the services they're providing to DHS. So what this cyber hygiene assessment instrument that we have developed, what it allows us to do is really measure the effectiveness of that, measure our, 400 plus unique vendors that we have. How is their internal cybersecurity posture as a vendor? How are they protecting the DHS sensitive data? How are they ensuring that they have the right policies and procedures in place to grow and mature their own cybersecurity posture. So that's been a tremendous tool. And the goal here is not that, look, we are going to, if you are low in the maturity from the cyber hygiene assessment, that you can't, no business with us, or something bad will happen, right? It's really about, number one, understanding that how, especially for small businesses, how we are able to support small businesses in maturing, helping them mature their cybersecurity posture. So it's not just a report, hey, do 5 things. We will tell you, help you in achieving those goals, so you can provide better service, not just for DHS, but to other federal government agencies.